Islamic Fulani Nigeria government out of our land. Get to their all the notorious institutions that do not work, all those their appeal court and the Supreme Court and all those nonsense of their institution in our land that does not work, that does not do any service, contribute to our lives. We remove all of them. So in our new sovereign Biafran nation, or imagine sovereign Biafran nation, our institutions will be functional. It will contribute to our lives and to our environment. Also, we will be able to, in our imagined sovereign Biafran nation, be able to sue the government. When you see government going out of, let me give you guys an example. For example, a week. No, it's more than a week now. Like 2 weeks from New Year to now. You know, almost a month. In fact, almost a month. Somebody, it rained, and so there was a hole on the main road suddenly, after the rain. And so this woman was walking, my friend. And what happened? She put her leg inside the pothole that is filled with water, unknowingly that the place is deep. She fell down and hit her forehead on the floor, and blood was gushing out. So they called an ambulance. Ambulance came that night, evening, according to what she told me. I wasn't there. And then took her to the hospital. And because she fell facing, the face down, her eyeglasses broke, and had a very big cut, deep cut on the forehead that they have to really sew it in the emergency hospital and our clinic. So she told me, what, Stella, that thank God people were there, and that she has to sue the government. I said, eh? My first time of hearing. She said she has to really sue. I said, but it wasn't the government that pushed you down. He said, but it was their fault that there was pothole there. There mustn't be pothole there on the road. There mustn't be pothole there. And if there must be pothole, they should be able to give like a kind of light that is lampaging, that giving the sign, don't pass this way, if not so you fall down and stuff like that. That the local government would have kept that kind of a warning light or warning sign to make sure. When she saw the government, if you see the money they paid her, they just paid her. They just paid her. So I'm learning, I said, what? And something strange happened some years back where I parked my car and I don't know what happened. And fire entered into the dustbin, and the dustbin caught fire, and the dustbin, all the cars around the dustbin got burnt, and mine was amongst it. And I didn't know, so many years back. And I didn't know what to do. So I was like, no. So if this woman, when she was telling me that she sued the government, I was saying, look at this woman. How can you sue somebody? You felt that it was you that was supposed to see very and look at, see very well. No, she said, no, he really, really talked sense to me. I said, no. That pothole is supposed to be there. If it has to be there, they will have put a warning sign, or walking sign. She now asked me, well, where will she walk? Will she have walked in the air? One day, they paid this woman thousands and thousands. So I'm learning. That is why I'm telling you guys, if our government to mess up, we'll sue too. You can sue the government. That's what it means. Like my car, they burnt. I would have gone to the local government, of where I'm living, and report the case. And they must have, they would have bought another car for me or something, or give me any kind of, you know, take this little amount and be managing, otherwise you or add to the one you use. There must be something, because from now I'm learning. So, what am I trying to say, ladies? I know the government is also listening themselves. The cabinet members, they're all listening. And this is the kind of emerging sovereign Biafran nation we want to see, we want to live in. Because our people have suffered enough, my dear. Huh. If there's any good thing on this earth, Biafra merits it. We merit all the good governance, all the good things. In fact, when this our sovereign Biafra nation will be a little bit Biafra first, and when you are saying Biafra first or America first, the other world will think because you're selfish, you don't want people to share from you. No, it's because of your experiences. Just like our brother Tuto, Totville was telling us, how an American country died just to be able to gain their own independence. I think whenever they remember how many people they lost, that was why I was asking him, is it possible that anybody will fight for freedom without their people dying and the other people's people dying? Or not possible? And this is why, at the end of the day, when they get their freedom, they get their independence, they get their sovereign nations, they want to really take good care of themselves because of where they are coming from, because of the suffers they have experienced. And I bet you Briggy and a new sovereign Biafra nation will really remove tears from our eyes, give us a good life, a good civilization, you know. And this emerging sovereign Biafra nation, there's going to be, like our brothers and sisters have been saying it today, an urban development. Because when we are having good equipped hospitals, urban development. When we are having equipped schools, it's about development. You understand? When we are having, pipe-borne water, urban development. When we are having a good seaport, a functioning seaport, not in a whole big city, or in a whole country, you only have one or two. That's suffocation. Most of the busy cities will be able to have their own seaports. So that it's not when your goods will come, you will drive Marina Sa, Agona Sa before you get to your shop, or before you get to even the clearing place. Clearing place is different. Where you're going to, where your shop is different. The seaport also different. At the end of the day, Biafrans have suffered though. It's high time you guys will rise up and join Briggy, and let's fight together and bring our freedom. A sovereign Biafran nation. In a sovereign Biafran nation, we'll have functional seaports. And seaports will be in most of the busy cities. In a whole country, we should be able to have each state, we have 40 states now. No, 41 states now, plus the capital. Okay. All the states should be able to have seaports. If not so, at least half of the states should be able to have seaports. You understand? This will make clearing easy. This will also help, people lay their hands on the goods that you imported if you have to really import. Because, like our brother sister was saying, we are also going to be producing ours, because we have the know-how, we have the manpower also. We have also the resources to do that. So, and that brought me back to this, brings me back to the pollution thing I was trying to say before, because when you are producing and a busy city, I bet you there will be a lot of what do you call it? There will be a lot of pollutions, through the air, through the water or the seas and on the land, anywhere, because it's going to be like almost like China. But then not all states in China produce. There are areas, there are cities, there are towns or states that are known for production. And there are other towns that are known for mere offices. So it depends on this which state that will collect the part of the industry itself, the location, of the industry. If the state, a particular state, will have access of, like Aba, for example. Aba is known for production of a lot of goods. Maybe we'll use Aba, state, and the name of the state it fell into as a manufacturing state, so that there the work of the on pollution will get there very well, and it will be fixed, so that or concentrated in a particular state where they have industries, you understand, and in a particular state, so that it won't be all the states that will have industries. Some states will have and some states won't. Some states will have more of administrative kind of office, and then but all those type of industries where you have manufacturing industries that bring out a lot of pollutions in the air, in the sea. Those days I was working with Nigerian breweries, and you see a lot of I was working with the side of the quality control section. So the water there will always go there and do pick up analysis samples to analyze and make sure the kind of water that is coming out from the company, you understand, from the industry, you understand, and make sure it does not pollute, the water, the river nearby, and even the land that people that are living around there are cultivating. So this was our work then, you understand. So in our emerging sovereign Biafran nation, things like this will be very effective on particular states that will be in charge of the manufacturing industries, or where a lot of manufacturing industries will be located. Those states, for example, controls of pollution and stuff like that will be highly, welcomed there, and so we'll be able to stop air pollutions or any kind of pollution coming from any part. So, I was talking about sustainable habits. Sustainable habits is like where the people, the populace will be, driving less by using public transportations like buses and train, or even walking, or even biking, or even using scooter for short trips to eliminate emission entirely, you know. Yes, because we won't just the way you see all these things we are seeing in Nigeria, we don't want it. You understand? Our people also must really be involved, get involved, and how do I say it? Not get involved, but Italians will tell you you have to impegna. Impegna. I want to say, which word am I going to use now? Like get serious of what we really want. And when laws are being placed, we have to really get involved and keep to the laws and abide by the laws, because it's for our own good, for example. So far as we still believe and know that our government loves us, and anything, all the things they are doing is for our own good, I'm sure the populace will also, the people, the population, the citizens, Biafrans will also, so get involved in what is done, and they abide by the rules and the regulations that is keeping the, community or the state or the city or the country as a whole. You understand? So, like I was saying, like this sustainable habit is where, like even here too. Sometimes, some in a day like this or 2 days in a week like this, they will tell you, don't bring your car in the main city. You know, in Rome, you know, center of Rome, they will tell you this week, this day, you don't drive. In fact, even every day, there are some areas where private cars don't pass. The only vehicle that passes there is just to avoiding pollution. You understand? The only vehicle that passes is buses, you know, public buses and public trams. What do you call tram? Tramp, we call it here. It's not train, but tramp. You know, the ones that can move within cities. Uh-huh. And then train, the one that can go outside the cities also. You know, so those ones are allowed to move every day. But there's some areas inside Rome, private cars don't go there. If you must go there, you will pay. You pay tax. And then there are days, some special days in a week they set aside. Those days, like I think Wednesday or so, or Thursdays, eh, private cars don't even apply at all. What you see is bikes, people walking, people using scooter, you know, for short trips or short distances, and then people using bus and public bus and public trams. You know, this one that a kind of train, but it's not train that run within the city or within within the city. Yeah, we call it tram here. I don't know what you call it in your own side. So those ones, you know, just to make sure, you know, pollution from those, you know, we call it emission. I don't know, from all those this thing supposed to be cars, because you can imagine where every day everybody uses cars, the kind of pollution it gets, you know, that enters the air because of it. So they try to do another thing that also they try to do to stop air pollution is we are going to do in our emerging sovereign Biafra nation is where we plant more trees. You know, some trees at strategic places will be brought down, of course, because of constructions that will be going on every here and then. But then we must not do away with trees. We must not do away, and also we will not do away with our how do you say it? You know, when you come to Africa, they will tell you here is Africa. You see all those mud houses. You see all those things, the olden times, or that shows up the culture, our culture. You understand our people. So such construction or such development, we will not let go. It will still be seen in this our emerging sovereign Biafran nation, where we'll still see some, you know, foresty kind of place, kind of sometimes they now use it for a game village or a tourist village, and then you can also see some people still living in the mud houses. You know, all those little things that shows our culture. We will not let go. We will still see it. Whilst we are still developing and building our skyscrapers and everything we want to see in this modern life, we will also still see. Osebu, your hand is up. You have the mic. You're welcome. Can somebody hear me, or am I talking to myself since yourself? What TV, can you hear me?
Yes,
Guys, can you hear me?
you're coming out.
Okay. Okay. And I hope I'm still making sense. So this woman here is old, so that when I'm talking out of sense, you correct me. Okay, like Tuta will always say, that thing used to switch me. You know, because nobody is perfect. Another one is avoiding to burn trash and woods. That thing pollutes the air like sugar. You know, this emerging Biafran sovereign nation, we will avoid burning trashes. You know, trash or dirty,
Yeah,
because that's what Nigerians
senior
are doing.
citizen, sorry to interject. So I thought you called up Mazi Afam Asiebunam.
No, sister, sorry, I was trying to call me and it was taking time. My phone was hanging, so that was why it takes time.
It's all right if you have the mic.
Oh, okay, yeah, thank you, my senior citizen. Good afternoon, everyone from here. My CROC future chairman, I greet you, veteran, Rage, Samuel, COS, Sister Eunice, Odogu, Chichi, each and every one of you, wonderful people of Biafra, millions, my brother, I have. Anyway, please, those I did not greet, Senator, please, all you guys, my respect to everyone. My own take is this. I want Biafra because that is what is important to me. It's very important to me because I did not just want to fight for this Biafra because of just fighting to get freedom. There is one thing that is very important. I want a Biafra where our government is going to affect every family, most especially our women, because our race is going. We are losing our women, we are losing them day by day, we are losing their values, and we don't see these things. We are losing our young youths because everybody's thinking about money. Parents are not even doing what they are supposed to be doing. The rate divorce case is going. In the next 20 years, we will have no family to hold on. We will think it's a joke or it's joke. Before you know it, it's going to be going. Our women are taking much more than is being required. Our men are allowing our stupidities to make us that we no longer know what we are supposed to do as men. We mess our women up, we spoil them, we use money to make them not to know what the value of life is, and later we blame them for that. Why we are the one using this money, taking advantage of them. All these things is very important, because if we have freedom and we have no family, we have no values, we are doing nothing. Before, I remember when societies are the one that trains children, any child is for the society. When you mess up a woman that is not even your mother, from nowhere, we treat your fuck up. Tomorrow, your mother is still going to send you to school and ask your teacher to deal with you. But today, it's no longer that way. Many things are gone. Look at our women, they no longer even think twice before saying things. Go to social media. Everything they say, all the rubbish they do, that they no longer even think twice before saying is because of what? Just because of money, because of hunger. Our men, go out there, look at this stupidity that we are just pushing out. So my own take is that, please, our government should have a committee, mothers that are going to bring back our values, our family values, and fathers, elders, those that are elders, not criminals, because this is important. If we don't know who we are, if we don't know who our mothers are, when we used to cherish them, because sometimes some people say that our culture is against our women. But I always remember that our women, they always have warriors that our men respect. They respected them even during our forefathers. So if they are being intimidated the way they said, our ancestors shouldn't have even at the first place leave them to have such privileges. So all this rubbish, all these things is just the way they twisted our brain, just like our senior citizen said when this page was being started. She said one thing, that every time they tell us, anywhere you go, you don't see Igbo man, run away, there is nothing like there. We are now travelers. And when they say that, and our stupidity, we will be raising our hands because we are travelers. But while we have honey, diamond, milk, whatever it takes for us to be the first and the richest in the world, that no one will be poor in Biafra land. We have it in our land, but we left it going everywhere, searching for what we have in our backyard. And that is why we are begging people today to fund their freedom. That is why our people will see truth and decide to follow negativity, maybe because of money or because you hate somebody, forgetting that it's not all about your opposition. What matters is that let who the cap fit wears it. That is why some people cannot see what our PM has done and what he's doing. The wickedness of heart of human. So please, this is very important. Big senior citizen, you're going to play a very big part. Some of you, Sister Betty, on this. Our women are gone. I don't know if you people go to social media. I don't know what they believe, and I'm not blaming anybody. But these are the facts that we have to go, because it's not all about you getting Biafra light everywhere. Most of our married women now keeps boyfriends. Most of our men, what did they do? All these things is very important. It's not all about money. Because I don't see the way you will call yourself. Every day I think, what am I going to tell my son? If my son asks me a question, am I going to lie to him? What history do I have to tell my son? Am I going to watch my son go through what I have gone through without doing anything? These are the things I think about. If I have not gotten the things I'm supposed to get, because this so-called Fulani Islamic Nigerian state have denied me so many things. They have destroyed my future. That is why I could not be able to study. That is why I ended up being a primary 5 dropout. That is why I'm living the life of my destiny, not the life of my dreams that I want. So, will I watch my children go through this? Just like I said, I think yesterday or day before yesterday, we are waiting. Sometimes they will come and tell us this and that to calm us down. But for over 100 years, they have been killing us. They have been manipulating us. And still, when they come, we're listening to them. When are we going to stop this mess? Which is one of the reasons why I said, Yorubas are the cancer that we must cut off. If we don't cut them off, they will always inflict pains in us.
And cut off.
Because it's in a count, I keep saying this thing. Let nobody come and tell me that all of them are not like that. In a count where 1 million people are, you now come in that 1 million people, you only get 10 people, you have nobody. That 900,090 surpasses that 10. That 10 is nothing, is a waste. There is no miracle. There's no way you can meet up with them. So the few that they come and do what they do, after saying all the things they say, praising us, saying that they are people manipulators, they do this, they do that. What have they done? Don't they kill us? Don't they destroy our buildings? Don't they do everything? That is why I said, if you still listen to what you see in Nigerian newspaper or listen to what the Nigerian government says, you are a big fool, because what you're supposed to be looking at is what they do, what they are doing, not what they are saying. We should be alert on this. It is very, very important, because these people, we are not just fighting one fight. They are using our people to fight us. They are fighting us economically. They are destroying everything. They are making us to lose values. That is why a Biafran woman will now accept an Hausa or Fulani, and they will come out proudly to say it. Yes, I know our women, I am proud of that. Let somebody tell me that is a racist. Our women are not cheap, because our men, we treat them like queens. We treat them like princess, not about those who beat their women, those who intimidate women and think that is the way of you treating a woman. No. That I'm a man does not mean if I help my wife domestically or respect her, that does not make me a less man. That my wife is sick, I help her to cook or maybe take care of the family, that doesn't make me to be a weaker man. They have deceived us. They made us to forget the things who we are, who our fathers are. Because if our ancestors so much hate us, our land wouldn't have been there till this moment. They fought. They gave up lives. Even after everything, It's not today. They enslaved us, they did everything. And still, those of us that still hears this history, you're still waiting for them to manipulate you. You're still waiting for miracles to happen tomorrow. What are you doing today? If we don't stop it today, are we still going to pass this to our next generation? Then I ask, what if the next generation happens not to be brave to understand with what is happening today? Like I said one time ago, those who think you live in America, you live in Europe, everywhere, this Islam, when the time comes, is going to affect each and every Biafrans, because your children, they goes to school, they study with these people. In school, they manipulate their brains. In school, they inflict them, they initiate them. You don't know, sometimes children, they do things that they will do. You don't even know what happens to your child.
Yeah, they radicalize them.
They radicalize them. So don't think that you living out there that you are safe. You are not. That is why Biafra is the only safest place, because our culture, our values, our respect, who we are, we don't like to see blood. We don't like to see blood. The only thing I understand about Biafrans, about the things I heard about our men, is that when the enemies come, the warriors of the land comes out to go for war, while our women sit and pray and cook for them. That is what happens. It's not that maybe this or that, all these lies, and still we are still waiting. You know, if we don't do what we are supposed to do, if we don't do what we have to do, like our PM say, you know why I fell in love so much with that guy? He doesn't paint word. He comes and tell you this is what you have to do. He doesn't care if anybody says he's saying this or that. And still people are waiting. Do you want him to come and use his hands to come and do this or do that? My senior citizen, are we here for now? But please, Sister Stella, this thing I just said about our women, please, you people have to do something. If you people have to preach it, everything, because our women, our ladies, our young girls are going. They are going. And if they are going like that, in the next maybe decade, we will not have a mother. We will not have a wife. It will get to the extent where you will see a man and call a woman and say, give me a child. I will take care of you. That family values, we are going to lose it from what is happening now. I eat for now. Thank you.
Thank you. Was it not why I said that Soludo is not qualified to be a governor of any state? Because he can't even govern his own family. Look at his son being in Wakewanya. He's not qualified to rule anybody. Because you have to, first of all, rule your family first. Bible said by their fruit you will know them. By the fruit of Soludo from his family, we will know if he can rule a state. And he has not been successful at all. He told the NNAMDIans that they should vote for him, that he will build a Dubai, that he will make Anambra a Dubai. Have you seen any Dubai in Anambra? Have you seen Dubai in Anambra?
Dubai.
Soludo continues to shrink. How do I say it?
No election about the Hasanasi.
How do you say pichiko? You know, ana pichiko. Ana. Thought he give me a word, Jerry. Oh, I see. You know. Soludo continue to press you down like wizard. Continue to press you down that you never lift up your
No,
head.
sister, the only thing he knows how to do is to bring Operation Akodo. That they will use mortar to be. You see, if I ever set my eyes on that man's children, I will be the first person to use Akodo to hit. So the man will know the pains. Because I saw this in the video. This man you brought people, they are using mortars. These are people's fathers, young youths, for nothing, and they are hitting the mortars on their feet. For what? What kind of wickedness is that? And you tell me this is a human being? Our people have become so coward and stupid that they allow things to happen, because if it was in olden days, some people like Soludo will be stoned. These are the people they send to Ajofia. Where they condemn them because they are to a human being. And you're telling me you're governor and people watch you go free. Let us be going. Let them be doing what they are doing. We are coming.
I'm not coming to Abjalu. And I'm not going to come. You got to Soludo when Gus now lock what's the name of that market, sir? For 1 week. Let me see if boys will just sit down and be waiting for Soludo to for 1 week. Soludo that does not contribute nothing to your life. Couldn't even give you a good road. Couldn't even give you a pipe bomb water. Couldn't give you enough security to your life. Every day they are kidnapping our brothers and sisters. Tell me what Soludo have done. Soludo said he is going to bring you Dubai in old Anambra. Anambra, and I wanted to ask you guys, Soludo, has he finally built the Dubai for you guys? This brainwash, when will it stop? Now he continues to shrink you. You shrink, you say it, shrink. Press you down. Diminish you. Have become a wizard so that you guys don't lift up your head. Cha cha cha. Now he decided to lock the market that he does not contribute nothing. Common basic life amenities. Soludo and his government are not able to provide basic life amenities to the Anambarians. Tell me the right Soludo has. What right does he have to lock up a market for 1 week? He tells you that they make 9 million, over 8 million. And the market, you make over 8 million in the look at the market, you are making 8 million every Monday from. No constant light, no toilet, no security, no fire service. All these things you're supposed to see it in a normal market, a normal, well-established market area. Ask Soludo, that market, does it have fire service? Does it have? Do you know how many times that market has caught fire? Every year that market catches fire.